Let us learn the topic classification and tabulation. In any statistical investigation, the first step is the collection of data. The collected data are very complicated to deal with and to arrive at any conclusions because they will spread over in different directions. In such cases, there will be feeling to put the data in a systematic way. So, the necessity arises for arrangement of data. The statistical method of arranging the data in a systematic and meaningful form is called classification and tabulation. Classification and tabulation are not two different methods. They are two stages of the same method, that is arrangement of data. Therefore, in the arrangement of data, the first one is classification. The process of grouping the data on the basis of some common characteristics is called classification. Mainly, there are four types of classification. First one is geographical classification, next chronological classification, third one qualitative classification, and fourth one is quantitative classification. When the collected data are put into different groups on the basis of locational differences among them, that is geographical area, that we say geographical classification. For example, if population of India given state wise and population of Karnataka given district wise, population of Hassan given taluk wise, Hubli wise, that is geographical classification, or even if you take the sales on region wise, that is also geographical classification. Another one is chronological classification. When the data are collected and recorded on the basis of passage of time, that we say chronological classification. For example, daily sales, monthly production, annual rainfalls, they are all come under chronological classification. Next one is qualitative classification. The characteristic which cannot be measured by any technique and only find out the presence or absence of a particular attribute in an individual, that is called qualitative characteristics. And when the data are put into different groups on the basis of such non-measurable characteristic, that we say qualitative characteristic. For example, population grouped sex wise like male, female, literacy wise, literates, illiterates, employable, employed, unemployed, they are all qualitative classification. Next one is quantitative classification. The characteristic which can be measured and expressed in numerical form, that we say quantitative classification. For example, students of a class can be classified on marks like 10 to 20, 8, 20 to 30, 10, like this. Total number of students 100. Here we come across two terms. One is variable and another one is frequency. We come across these two terms. In this example, marks is the variable and number of students is frequency. Here, any characteristic which varies in its magnitude, means size, from person to person, from place to place, from time to time, or even from item to item, that we say variable. For example, height, weight, population, temperature, these are all vary. Here height, it varies from person to person. Weight, it may vary from item to item. Then temperature, population, it may vary from place to place. That is called variable. This variable may be discrete variable or continuous variable. Here, in case of discrete variable, in this case, if all fractional values cannot be considered, then it is called discrete variable. Here, if fractional values can be considered with specified limits, then it is called continuous variable. For example, here in case of number of employees, number of births, number of deaths, that we cannot mention in fraction. We cannot say number of workers 10.5 like that. Here that must be whole number, that is discrete variable. On the other hand, in case of continuous variable, all fractions are taken but with specified limits, that we say continuous variable. For example, when you are asked your percentage, then your percentage is of 65 point. If you do not get exact 65%, it may be of 65.6667%, then you say your percentage is 66.7%. You will not consider the remaining one. Means here we consider the fractional values but with specified limits, that we say continuous variable. Now, when you come to frequency, here in the course of classification, any item or individual assigned to a particular class or group is called frequency of that class or frequency, simple frequency of that group. Here in this example, here 8 is the frequency of the class 10 to 20. 10 is the frequency of the class 20 to 30. 13 is the frequency of the class 60 to 70. And 7 is the frequency of the class 70 to 80. That means what? Here it indicates that out of 100 students, 8 students have scored more than 10 marks but less than 20 marks. 10 students have scored more than 20 marks but less than 30 marks. 30 students have scored more than 40 marks but less than 50 marks. 7 students have scored more than 70 marks but less than 80 marks. Means these are simple frequencies. Now, the relationship between the frequency of a class and total frequency. Total frequency means sum of all the frequencies of classes is called total frequency. The relation between the frequency of a class and the total frequency is called relative frequency. That means relative frequency equals class frequency divided by total frequency. Relative frequency equals class frequency divided by total frequency. On the other hand, if it is expressed in percentage, the relation between class frequency and total frequency is expressed in percentage, that is called percentage frequency. That means class frequency divided by total frequency into 100. This is percentage frequency. Now, we come across one more frequency, that is called cumulative frequency. Cumulative frequency. Now, if we add the sum of the frequencies of the classes presiding to a particular class to the frequency of that class, that is called cumulative frequency. In other words, total of the frequencies up to and including that class is called cumulative frequency. Here, this cumulative frequency is important because in the next chapter onwards, the problem may be given simple frequency or cumulative frequencies. It Next is conversion of simple frequency into cumulative frequency, and also cumulative frequency into simple frequency. Therefore, at this stage itself, you must be having the clear idea about simple frequency, are also called ordinary frequency and cumulative frequency. Now, here when you come to cumulative frequency, then we come across less than frequency distribution and more than frequency distribution. Here the class 10 to 20, that means what? More than 10 but less than 20. More than 20 but less than 30. That means here when you convert into less than, then less than, here you have to take less than 20, less than 30. You cannot take less than 10. It is more than 10 but less than 20. Therefore, we have started with less than 20. Then less than 40, less than 50, less than 60, less than 70, less than 80. Now, we have converted the variables into less than. Now, we have to convert the frequencies also into less than. Means these are cumulative frequencies. These are cumulative frequencies. How to convert the simple frequencies into cumulative frequencies means you must be knowing the first class simple frequency and the first cumulative frequency will be one and the same. No change in that. Therefore, you have to retain the first simple frequency as it is, 8. Then, you have to go on adding to the sum of the frequencies of the preceding classes to the frequency of that class. That means to 8, you have to add the ordinary frequency of the next class. That means 8 plus 10, 18. Then 18 plus 15, it is 33. 33 plus 30, 63. 63 plus 17, 80. 80 plus 13, 93. 93 plus 7, 100. Here you may observe first simple frequency and first cumulative frequency one and the same, and the last cumulative frequency must be equal to total frequency. In the examination, you may counter check this one. Last cumulative frequency is equal to the total frequency. Now, in case of less than, like this. Now, here, if it is given more than, then how to take? Then you have to take more than 10. Here you have to take variable more than 10, more than 20, more than 30, more than 40, more than 50, more than 60, more than 60 and more than 70. Here it is more than 70 but less than 80. Therefore, you have to stop at this stage itself. It is less than 80. Therefore, you have to stop there, more than 70. Now, in this case, how to convert into cumulative? Here, more than, here it is less than 28 means less than 30. It includes even less than 20. When it is given less than 30 means it includes even less than 20. Therefore, to 8 we have added this 10. It comes to 18. Then less than 40 means it includes less than 20, even less than 30, isn't it? Therefore, we have added to this 18, this 15. In case of more than 10, but here it is less than 80. More than 10 but less than 80. How many students are there. More than 10 means it is nothing but the total number of students, that is nothing but 100. Then when you take more than 20 means it excludes more than 10, isn't it? When you take more than 20, it excludes more than 10. Therefore, out of 100, you have to deduct this 8. Means it comes to 92. If it is difficult in that way, next one, if it is difficult to do like that, you may do like this also. If you want to add addition instead of subtraction, you may start from the bottom. Here more than 70, I think it may be easy for you to follow. More than 77, then more than 60. More than 60 means it includes even more than 70. That means 7 plus 13, 20. Then more than 50. It includes all 20 plus 17, 37. Then more than 40. 37 plus 30, 67. And more than 30, 67 minus 67 plus 15. 67 plus 15, it comes to 82. 82 plus 10, 92. 92 plus 8, 100. Or if you take in the reverse order also, 100 minus 8, 92. 92 minus 10, 82. 82 minus 15, 67. 67 minus 30, 37. 37 minus 17, 20. Then 20 minus 13, 7. Like this you have to convert. Now, in the examination, usually you may be given the problem less than or more than. Less than or more than. In that case, there is a necessity to convert this less than into simple frequency. In that case, what we have to do is, here we have gone adding this. Now, in order to convert from cumulative to simple or ordinary, we have to go on subtracting. That means here less than 20. When you come to the formation of continuous frequency table, there I will take how to convert these less than variables into classes. For timing, you concentrate only on converting the cumulative frequency into ordinary frequency. Okay. Now, in this case, what we have to do is, you have to retain the first cumulative frequency as it is. 8 you have to keep as it is. Then onwards, succeeding cumulative frequency minus preceding cumulative frequency. To get simple or ordinary frequencies, you have to take, in case of less than, you have to take succeeding cumulative frequency minus preceding cumulative frequency. Now, you have to retain 8 as it is. Then 18 minus 8, 10. 33 minus 18, 15. Succeeding frequency, 63 minus preceding frequency, 33. 63 minus 33, 30. 80 minus 63, 17. 93 minus 80, 13. 100 minus 93, 7. Like this we have to convert when it is given less than. In case of more than, then here again you may start from the bottom or the first one, which one is convenient to you, that method you follow. Here it is reversed. In case of more than, then simple frequency equals preceding cumulative frequency minus succeeding cumulative frequency. That means preceding cumulative frequency 100, succeeding cumulative frequency 92. 100 minus 92, 8. 92 minus 82, 10. 82 minus 67, 15. 67 minus 37, 30. 37 minus 20, 17. 20 minus 7, 13. And you have to retain last one as it is. Otherwise, you got to start from the bottom. Retain 7 as it is. 20 minus 7, 13. 37 minus 20, 17. 67 minus 37, 30. 82 minus 67, 15. 92 minus 82, 10. 100 minus 92, 8. Now, in case of less than, when you convert from ordinary frequencies to simple cumulative frequencies, then whatever the cumulative frequencies given less than, both will be the same. But in case of more than, when you convert the ordinary frequencies into cumulative frequencies, there when you copy in the examination, you will not get the same one, because that will be more than. Here you have to keep in mind, here when it is less than 20, then less than 30, this less than 30 includes even less than 20. Therefore, we go on accumulating the ordinary frequencies. Now, less than 40 includes even less than 20 and less than 30. Less than 80 means it includes even less than 20, less than 30, less than 40, less than 50, less than 60, less than 70. Therefore, the less than last one, less than 80, cumulative frequency is equal to total frequency, that is both are 100. When you come to more than, here more than 10 means more than 10 but less than 80. More than 10 but less than 80. That means when we take more than 10, then it is more than 10 but less than 20. Therefore, it is excluded. Then it is more than 20 means it is more than 20 but less than 30. That means this more than 20 is excluded. Therefore, there we go on subtracting. Here when you convert from simple to ordinary, here we go on adding. Last one is equal to total frequency. In case of more than, cumulative frequency of the first one is equal to total frequency. Now you have learnt about meaning of classification, types of classification, then variables under that discrete, continuous, frequency under that, relative frequency, percentage frequency, cumulative frequency. In case of cumulative frequency, less than frequency distribution and more than frequency distribution. In the next session, I will going to take formation of frequency distribution. Thank you.